Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something a lot of people are facing, the insane pressure of being a solo entrepreneur. And we're going to do it by looking at one business owner's story, which all boils down to this one simple, powerful question he asked. And here's the question from our business owner, Danny. It's so simple, but man, it gets right to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? How much can one person really do, all by themselves, before things just break? It's a huge question. So yeah, let's dive in. All right, so first, let's meet the guy at the center of this story. His name is Donnie, and he runs this really cool, small travel agency. It's a total passion project for him. He organizes these amazing, specialized trips to India. But as you can probably guess, he's up against a huge challenge. And this right here, this single sentence he said, it just perfectly captures his reality. He's not just the founder, the big boss. He is everybody, the entire company. And that right there is the core of what we're talking about today, the solopreneur's dilemma. So what does that even mean, to do everything by yourself? Like, what does his day actually look like? Well, for Danny, it means he's basically running 5 different companies, or at least 5 different departments, all at the same time, all by himself. Okay, so first up, he's the entire marketing department. And we're not just talking about posting a few pretty pictures on Instagram. No, he's managing the website, he's creating all the content, running Google and Facebook ads, the whole 9 yards. All of this just to prove that his small, passionate company is a real expert and can hang with the big players. Then, boom, hat switch. He's the sales team. He's the one on the front lines answering every single question from people thinking about a trip. And you can imagine the questions are endless, right? What are the hotels like? What about cancellation policies? Am I going to get sick? Every single one of those questions, every detail has to be answered by him and only him. Okay, so once a trip is actually sold, he's got to switch hats again. Now he's the head of operations. This is the nitty-gritty, the logistical work that turns a promise into an actual real-life trip. We're talking about vetting suppliers in India, booking flights and hotels over there, sorting out client visas. He even designs and prints these really beautiful, detailed travel booklets for every single client. It's a ton of work. And you knew this was coming. He's also the finance department. And look, the complexity here is just staggering. I mean, he's juggling 4 different company bank accounts, trying to reconcile hundreds of payments from over 200 clients in a massive Excel sheet, and collecting this mountain of nearly 1,000 receipts for his accountant. Just thinking about it gives me a headache. And as if all of that wasn't completely insane already, on top of it all, twice a year, he's also the tour guide. He packs his bags and actually leads the groups in India. So you see, this isn't just about being busy. This is about being everything. And that kind of workload for one human being, it's just not sustainable. Something's got to give, right? Okay, so now let's look at the moment it all comes to a head. Let's see what happens when the pressure of wearing all those hats at once finally causes a major crack in the system. So what happens when one person tries to do everything? Well, it's inevitable, isn't it? Things start to slip. They just have to, because no matter how brilliant or hardworking you are, you just can't be 5 people at the same time. So here's the scenario, and it's something that could happen in any business. A client makes a pretty big payment for their trip. We're talking about 15,000 shekels here. And they send a quick WhatsApp message with the proof, just expecting a simple, got it, thanks, and a receipt. But because Danny is simultaneously being the marketing guy, the sales guy, the operations guy, and the finance guy, that really important message just gets lost in the shuffle. It's buried, and the client gets total silence. So now the client has to pick up the phone and call him, just to ask, hey, did you get my money? And that's a bad feeling for a customer. Danny himself said it best. This is underservice. It makes the client anxious, and it puts the company's whole reputation on the line. And this is that breaking point we were talking about. This is where the one-person army starts to lose the battle. Okay, so the problem is crystal clear. It's urgent. So now let's talk about a solution. A really practical one that, believe it or not, is becoming more and more accessible every single day for people exactly like Danny. And what's so cool here is how AI directly attacks those 2 huge pain points we just saw, right? It takes customer communication and data management, the 2 things that broke, and it flips the script. It goes from being manual and super risky to being automated and reliable. It's a game changer. So when we say AI assistant, let's be really clear. We're not talking about some sci-fi robot from the movies. This is a real-world productivity tool. Its entire job is to handle all those boring, repetitive, administrative tasks that just eat up a solopreneur's day. Just picture this for a second. This is the new way of working. Danny finishes a call with a client. Instead of having to stop everything, open up that monster Excel sheet, find the right row, and type everything in, he just records a quick voice memo on his phone. Something like, hey, this client wants a trip in fall 2026. They're religious, and their daughter's getting married in May. That's it. The AI assistant hears that, understands it, and poof, the CRM is updated automatically. And that right there, that's the big shift. That's the whole point. You let the technology handle the grunt work, the repetitive stuff, so that the entrepreneur, the human, can finally focus on what they, and only they, can do. It's about getting back to your unique value, your passion. For Danny, this is huge. It means he can stop being an expert on spreadsheets and pivot tables and get back to being what his clients are actually paying him for, to be an expert on India, to be the person who crafts those once-in-a-lifetime unforgettable trips. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that AI isn't just for massive corporations anymore. It's becoming the essential co-pilot for the one-person army. If you're a small business owner, a freelancer, anyone doing it on their own, these tools are for you. They're here to help you grow your business without burning yourself out in the process. And so that leaves us with one final question, and this one's for you to think about. How many departments are you running all by yourself? Seriously, take a second to count them up. And then ask yourself, where could a co-pilot make all the difference for you?